at 11. The Celtics taking a big step toward advancing in the NBA playoffs. We have a live coverage of their championship chase.
Plus, Messi madness in Foxborough. A look at the massive crowd at Gillette for Lionel Messi and Inter Miami's match with the Revolution.
Beautiful day ahead for Sunday. Some chances for rain in the midst. I've got your forecast coming up.
And protests continue at Northeastern after more than 100 people were detained this morning. The reasons: the university says some demonstrators took their protest too far.
7 News at 11 starts now.
First up at 11 here, breaking news. The Boston Bruins with a thrilling victory tonight, defeating the Toronto Maple Leafs in Game 4 of their playoff series. The Bruins winning tonight's game.
And they weren't the only Boston team in action today. Boy, was it a day. The Celtics taking down the Heat in Miami, taking the lead in their own playoff series. A sellout stadium at Gillette as a legendary Lionel Messi scored 2 goals. And even the Red Sox beating the Chicago Cubs 17-0. So from Miami to here at home, we have night team coverage of today's Boston sports spectacle. We begin with the night team's Marley Weirda, who joins us live from Toronto with all the details on that big Bruins win. Marley.
Good evening, guys. The Bruins did not have to play catch up in this one. They scored the first goal of the game and never looked back from there, defeating the Maple Leafs 3-1. Oddly enough, taking a 3-1 lead in the series. They'll head back to Boston on Tuesday with the chance to put this series away for good. And Brad Marchand, a historic moment for him, celebrating a career milestone, his 56th career playoff goal, breaking a Bruins all-time record for the most goals scored in a playoff game. Let's show you how they got there, though. Jeremy Swayman getting the nod in the Bruins net today, making back-to-back starts for the first time since late February. Bees open the scoring with former Maple Leaf James Van Riemsdyk doing the honors, cashing in off the giveaway. Black and gold up 1-0 after 1 period. Flash to the second, and that milestone for Marchand, passing Cam Neely with his 56th career playoff goal, the most in Bruins history. Later on, he'd get a little bit in the giving mood, so to speak, before the period was out, setting up David Pastrnak on the 2-on-1. Beautiful goal there. Marchand and the Bees now a win away from advancing, taking out Toronto 3-1 in Game 4. Another great game for Jeremy Swayman in the net. 25 saves for the Bruins netminder as he got the start tonight over Linus Ullmark. The Bruins now heading back to Boston with a chance to clinch the series in front of their home crowd. We're live in Toronto tonight. Marley Weirda, 7 News, Night Team.
From the ice to the court, the Celtics chasing the championship. Boston taking on Miami in Game 3 of their playoff series today, and they brought the heat. It was a dominating win for the C's tonight. The night team's Maury Hirschgordon joining us live in Miami with the very latest. Maury.
Well, Kiki, that is exactly how the #1 seed in the entire NBA playoffs should look. 64 wins in the regular season. And this is the 8-seeded Heat we're talking about, an undermanned 8-seeded Heat, and the Celtics come out second 20-point win in the first 3 games of this best-of-7 series. The C's shake off the rust of the Game 2 loss, right back in front in this series. Let's show you some of the key plays of how this went down. The head coach, Joe Mazzulla, and his guys, night and day difference in focus for them following the letdown on Wednesday. They led by 9 after 1. Jason Tatum scored 15 first-half points, and he also dished the rock as well. Slick assist here to Sam Hauser. The sharpshooter can attack the rim. Celts hold the Heat to 36% shooting in the first half off the turnover. Check out Derek White tipping in the Tatum miss. Green Teamers in complete control. 24-point lead at the half. Kept it rolling in the third. Kristaps Porzingis sets up Jaylen Brown down the baseline. JB Jam, he had 22. Same goes for Jason Tatum, who also pulled down 11 rebounds and 6 assists. Celtics cruise 104-84, now halfway to winning the series.
I mean, you never want to lose, especially in the playoffs. But, you know, nobody was down, right? It's a long series. We were confident that we could come down here and play better. And that's what we did tonight. We played better than we did the other day.
That's right, from the superstar, the C's really finding themselves at home here at the Kaseya Center in Miami. It might be a road venue, but tonight's win, they're 6th in their last 7 tries here in the postseason. Big opportunity Monday to take complete control and go up 3-1. We'll have much more coming up in sports shortly. For now, though, we're live in Miami. Maury Hirsch-Gordon, 7 News 19.
Maury, thank you. Messi mania hitting Foxborough today. Inter Miami taking the pitch at Gillette Stadium against the New England Revolution. The team with a strong performance, beating the Revs 4-1. Soccer fans showing out today, packing Gillette to witness the exciting match. The night team's Chris Rogers live in Foxborough with all the details tonight. Chris.
Well, Rob, I've said it all night long. It was a good night if you came out to see Lionel Messi tonight. It wasn't a great night if you came out hoping for a Revolution's win. But can you believe it? Take a look at Gillette Stadium right now, empty. But just hours ago, 65,000 people were here to see the man, the myth, the legend, a player many consider the greatest of all time. But it started out great for the Revs. They scored within the first couple of minutes, but Messi and Inter Miami took over pretty quickly, with Messi scoring back-to-back and setting up another goal later on. It was another win in what's been a strong season so far for Miami. But the team from South Florida has some New England roots. We caught up with Inter Miami's Julian Gressel, who played for Providence College. He has family here in the area. I asked him what it was like to see Messi mania in full force in the place he grew up. We also talked to fans about what it's like to see number 10 come to Foxborough for the first time.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, it's special to see so many people come out and support, obviously, us and the Revs as well, and kind of see how far his reach is. You know, this is obviously a soccer-loving community, I feel like, and it's something that, I hope that it continues.
I'm excited to see him play. I've always looked up to him, ever since a little kid. I've been watching him forever, and it's going to be cool to see him play in person.
Definitely, he's such a large figure in the game. It's hard to get away from his impact on it. So it'll be pretty exciting to see him playing against the Revolution and at Gillette.
Prediction?
I definitely hope the Revs are performing, but given their current record in the season, I definitely think Inter Miami is probably going to win tonight. But with Messi, it's he's good for 2 goals any given game. So.
Well, that prediction was spot on. 2 goals and an Inter Miami win. We did walk off the field with Messi, and there was chants all around the stadium, even the Revolution fans chanting Messi, Messi, Messi. People here just excited to be in the presence of greatness. We're live from Gillette Stadium tonight. Chris Rogers, 7 News, 19.
Tonight, team weather. Now we're tracking rain chances for your Sunday. Meteorologist Kelly Costa has a first look at the forecast here tonight. Kelly.
Hey, that's right. Not the highest chances. We'll still have plenty of dry time as we go into tomorrow. Right now, temperatures are dropping as expected. A lot of upper 40s and low 50s. And here's that rain slicing right through Worcester County. It's going to be near Boston within the next hour or 2, but it is really light rain, and that will continue as we get into overnight. Warren right now, almost in Worcester, you can see that light rain. So the rain chances as we go to midnight, 60%, and that holds overnight until we get through the day tomorrow. Throughout the day tomorrow, just these chances for isolated light pop up, very hit or miss, random, not organized. I'm trying to think of all the synonyms I can find here. Basically just throughout the day tomorrow, but still plenty of dry time.
We are following breaking news. A wife and child killed and a husband found dead in an apparent murder-suicide in Lowell. The Middlesex District Attorney says they found the woman and child dead inside the home of an apartment on Warren Street just after 6:30 this morning. Investigators say the husband was also found dead with a self-inflicted gunshot wound. An investigation into this is all still underway. We'll continue to bring you the latest details as we get them.
Now from the night team, a procession held today for a Billerica police sergeant killed in a construction accident. His body was taken to the medical examiner's office in Boston today. Police officers and firefighters lining the streets for the somber salute. Sergeant Ian Taylor was killed yesterday working a detail at a construction site. He was a veteran of the department, and his death has shocked his coworkers and his community. Vigil will be held for Sergeant Taylor tomorrow at Billerica Memorial High School.
Protests continue on campuses across the country. That includes Northeastern University. Students gathering near campus vowing to stand in solidarity with the Palestinian people. They're gathering tonight after police broke up an encampment there this morning. More than 100 people were detained on campus during the protests. State police say many are facing charges of trespassing and disorderly conduct. Similar demonstrations continue at campuses across the nation tonight, including other New England schools. The Night Team's Kim Lucy reports.
Protesters on the Northeastern University campus taking off the Centennial Common in handcuffs as supporters look on.
Police literally picking students up by using their hands and feet, taking them, as you can see, seating them right there on the edge. They're also taking students through that building, Shulman, and then arresting them and putting them in vans on the other side so that no one can see anything.
Many of those protesters linking arms and chanting while police pulled them apart one by one, lining up dozens along one side of the common. Other demonstrators trying to block the police vehicles from leaving with those arrested.
Why are you in riot gear? I don't see no riot here.
Students started the encampment on Northeastern's main quad on campus Thursday. They say fighting for free speech and supporting the people of Gaza.
I just can't sit and watch it, and like if I lose my diploma because of that, then that's a risk I'm willing to take.
I understand that there is hurt and pain of people who are connected to the Israeli community from October 7th. I understand that, but it absolutely does not justify what is happening right now in Gaza.
But Northeastern University officials say they couldn't let it go on. Writing in a statement earlier this morning, the Northeastern University Police Department, in cooperation with local law enforcement partners, began clearing an unauthorized encampment on the university's Boston campus. What began as a student demonstration 2 days ago was infiltrated by professional organizers with no affiliation to Northeastern. Last night, the use of virulent anti-Semitic slurs, including "kill the Jews," crossed the line. We cannot tolerate this kind of hate on our campus. Student leaders dispute that claim, saying the only statement like that came from a counter-protester opposed to the encampment.
Northeastern took that one statement made by a student completely out of context, disregarded that it was said by a counter-protester who was not affiliated with the demonstration, and used that to come in this morning at 5 a.m. with hundreds of police officers in full riot gear and destroy the encampment.
But some Jewish students say they found other chants from the group to be hurtful.
I'm usually all for free speech, but when that free speech violates the university's code of conduct, when you're calling for intifada and other things that are outright anti-Semitic that have really nothing to do with Palestine at all, I think that's when it loses a place on campus. So I'm really glad Northeastern took action.
State police say 102 protesters who did not comply with orders to disperse were detained. Northeastern officials say if students show a valid school ID, they'll be released and face disciplinary action, not legal charges. The others will be arrested.
Police say the protesters who were arrested will be facing charges of trespassing and disorderly conduct. At Northeastern, Kim Lucy, 7 News, Night Team.
Up next from the Night Team, a show of support from the girls lacrosse team in Marblehead, how the team is honoring the mother of one player who spent much of her life advocating for others. We'll be right back.